I mean, can you do me a favour? Can you just clap?
Oh, is this the clapperboard solution?
Yes.
Is it? So you can get your sound synced up.
Dr. Sleem recommended that Alex come along, and he's been struggling generally, so it was good for him to come here and be around professionals and to meet other young people.
I was invited by Dr. Sleem to bring Louis to this course, and to be honest, I had no expectations of what it was going to be like at all. I just thought it would be great for change that we were getting some help and support, and that Louis would be in a peer group environment, which I thought would be really beneficial for him.
We're here for ASD United, which is a course that I've attended with my 16-year-old son Connor.
I'm here with my son Oscar, who's autistic, and we're here for sort of life skills course and sessions. They've been really good.
I think he's really enjoyed it. I think he's got a lot out of it. Struggled a bit with connecting with the other young people to begin with. I think he's really proud of himself that he's now chatting and messing about and just generally getting involved a lot more than he was.
It's very much out of his comfort zone.
As a parent, we're sat in the other room away from them, listening to the fun and the laughter going on in the other room. But every now and then when you guys come through and give us updates of how they're going, it's really warming and good to hear how children being drawn out themselves, interacting and talking. I'm getting positive reports back from Oscar.
Personally, I found it really empowering to spend some time with parents in like-minded situations. I've really enjoyed the camaraderie that the course has created.
Very useful. It's been a good opportunity to sit and talk with parents who are going through a very similar situation, but also to have that point of contact with professionals who are working with the young people as well, and to have that sort of more informal opportunity just to touch base with you guys and to speak about the bigger picture really as well, not all, because it's not always specifically about the child, you know, it's about how the child fits in with the family and then the family fits in with the outside world, and to have those more general discussions with the professionals and with other parents is really, really useful.
I've seen subtle changes in him since he's been here, that he's not battling me quite as much at home. He gives up, whereas he'd never give up before. You know, I've said the answer's no, that's as it is. And he goes, all right. And you can see the little cogs going, goes, if I say all right, then I might get something out of this. And you know, in 10 minutes later, he'll say, because you can back down on that, you can have this.
Last week, where we went on a family break and we missed the session, unfortunately, afterwards, it was Sunday, Oscar said, we missed the session. Yeah, and he was disappointed we'd missed the session, and he was like, we are going to make next week, aren't we? So, and that was lovely.
On the first week, that was all, I think tidying their room came up. He did tidy his room on the same day, which was the first time voluntarily tidying.
As the sessions have gone on, he's been sort of, the hood's come down, he's very much sort of, he wears up his hoods to create this sort of insular environment which he can hide in. Last few sessions, that hood's come down and he's relaxed much more in himself.
His attitude to wanting to come, and when he goes away and talks about it positively, and he's saying more of what goes on. You know, what did you learn? What did you find out? Describes a bit more of just of what happens, and he's enjoyed it. He has enjoyed it.
He seems to be a little bit more aware of what's going on around him and how much work goes into taking care of him.
You can see he's mentally starting to be more sensible or grown up in his approach as a result of that. He seems overall to be a lot more positive. Second or third section they were doing about friendships and social interaction, and he saw his favourite YouTuber in Sainsbury's in Warwick that afternoon, and he came up and said, it's my favourite YouTuber. I said, well, go and say hello. He said, I can't, it'll be Goonie. I said, well, if you don't go and say hello, you're never going to know. And he's kind of like, he kind of sidled off, and next thing I go, mum, and actually gone up and said hi. This famous YouTuber's mum actually was taking photographs of Louis with his phone and stuff, and he came up to me after and said, if I hadn't done that session this morning, I would never have had the nerve to do that.
Connor finds it very hard to sort of engage with groups and large groups, sort of verbally or you know, on a social level. His way of saying he likes people or saying he belongs to a part of a group is to cook. And today he brought along his famous millionaire's shortbread and to share with everybody in the group. It's his way of saying, yeah, I'm part of this. This is something that I belong to, and I want to share something with you.
Definitely more stuff like this.
I would say that these young adults or even these children need a lot more support than they externally portray.
It's been the odd thing that Alex has gone to, odd course here and there, but there's not been anything that I could go along to as well.
I think that things like this need to be longer term. It takes a long time for things to change within them and for things to become more comfortable for them, and particularly in a social environment. And the 6 weeks session just hasn't been enough, really. He's only just started now to relax into them. I know that, you know, with another 6 weeks he would progress so much more.
It's been a relief, really, because he's really struggled over the last 6 weeks, and it's good to know there's a professional keeping an eye on him and that we're not on our own. I'm dreading being on my own again. Sorry.
We need to be giving them support now, because otherwise they're going to suffer much more later on in adulthood. For me, it's been the organic element of the group. It doesn't seem to have been pre-prescribed. It's had subject matter around it, but it's been allowed to kind of, I think, follow the needs of the children as it goes through, as opposed to we're cutting that off now. What's been lovely as well is having you guys coming out during the sessions and saying, you know, Colin's actually taking his hoodie off, and I go, yes, get in there. It's stupid things like that. They sound stupid, but they're not. They're kind of milestones, and it's been great to see how the children, not just Louis, have progressed as a result of that and getting that feedback.